I'm trying to turn into Evil Ryu, but I don't think that's what he does. I think it's more like I'm just Evil Ryu. I'm Bad Mats Maru Ryu. I'm just kidding. This is B from Kong Zeros. What's up, everybody? Welcome to the next level. This is my weekly podcast show where normally I bring you next level things, guests, projects, community members, and topics that I think are really, really freaking awesome. But today's stream is a little bit of a change of pace for me. I often don't get too upset or angry or just maybe negative in terms of my tone or space. I feel like the last week has really changed me in terms of YouTube content. But I do have some feedback I've been wanting to talk about the Arcade1Up Deluxe cabinets because I didn't do a full review of the Class of 81 Deluxe cabinet that I have here. I started to film some stuff for it. And, my very first thing I said in that review video was the things I didn't like. And so I just had a part of me that wanted to be able to share my thoughts about the deluxe cabinets. And as I was preparing for that particular show topic to talk about the deluxe cabinets in general, I did see finally about 2 hours ago a leak come out for a cabinet that many people have been waiting for. And I just wanted to share my thoughts about the now public information that's out there about Time Crisis, because we saw the photos and it's out there per a German website. Yes, we have information about Time Crisis, but I think what gets me the most, and I guess I'm spoiling it now because I'm going into it, but I just had a conversation with Cyrus, and Cyrus from Arcade1Up is in licensing. He doesn't represent all things of the company. And anytime we've had guests on any of our shows, whether it's Sean D or David McIntosh or anybody else, they all have limited scope of kind of their roles within the company. So the company at whole definitely is probably more at fault than any one individual. And I don't put this on Cyrus or anything else. But one of the things I asked him and grilled him about during my one-on-one interview with him was about controlling retailer leaks and the I guess positive and negative impacts of that. And as a content creator, I don't like it. I'll just say that straight up. I don't like the retailer leaks that come out. I think it kind of fizzles some of the sizzle that's, I'd rather hear it straight from the company and how they've been announcing things. Also, I haven't been a fan of how they've been doing it the last year in general. It's all over the place. It's wonky. I don't know. It feels like they need some more support in that. I would say just releasing brand product management support. And I'm not a product manager. I'm not by trade anything involved in product management. I don't know much about marketing. I work in a nonprofit space. I work with volunteers, and I know how to get people, to feel good about the work they do and to have a strong connection to a mission and a vision. And I'm hoping when I do events with them, they can kind of see my vision for making sure that the community is going along for the ride with all of that stuff. So that was my quick little rant and intro about kind of why I even put together this stream. It's channeling to see if I'll get into that Evil Ryu mode again to talk a little bit about the things I don't like about the Arcade1Up Deluxe cabinets. But in all honesty, oftentimes when I critique, I often try to find constructive criticism, things that I do like and things that I don't like, because I always think no matter how good a product is, there's always room for improvement. And most products, whatever they are, whatever a product is, if it's out there for retail and it's selling, there's something good about that said product. So I think, I think Travis was telling me, like, for people that have 100% negative opinions about Arcade1Up and their cabinets are 100% trash, they've sold 4 million units. There's got to be something good about it that the public likes or somebody's liking because people are buying it, right? Compared to the other companies out there. So for better or worse, this is my opportunity to give some constructive criticism to what I now am seeing is the future of Arcade1Up. If they're going to be making more of these deluxe cabinets, there is a fundamental thing that is incorrect with these cabinets that if you saw the thumbnail, I'm going to talk about it. So, all right, that's my spiel. That's the intro. Let's talk a little bit about who's in the chat today. Thank you. I'm going to try to steal my 19K Fox thing and just go through chat and say hello to Carl O. What's up? What's up? Corner Kate is here. Paul Miniman, you have a really good point about Arcade1Up not liking this retailer leaks. I think I asked Cyrus what happens when they see this happen. And about 2 hours ago, I bet they're putting out fires now on how to get the retailer to take down the information because it hasn't been officially announced yet. This could absolutely have additional information about licensor stuff. What's up, Retro Lab Rats, all the way from Australia? Hello from Down Under. Eric's here. Ritual Adello. Cornercade, are you buying this? I'm sure Cornercade's buying this. Actually, what's up, Billy Wright? Yes, yes. Please don't wreck any of the leaks. We don't need any of the leaks. Yes, I'm not going to talk about anything specifically, but let's go. What's up, Billy? I love that Billy Wright is here, my boy Billy, and then also William Wright is here, who also goes by Bill Wright too. Really, really fun people. All right, let's see. Let's see. C Marvel is also here. Chris is here as well. Donovan saying hello to the chat. Vent it all out, Sir Sega. Yes, I was trying to do my best to let it all out at the beginning of the stream. If you just are joining right when I started the stream, I let out my best Dragon Ball Z little yell, but we'll see. Swear jar in hand? Maybe I'll get to the point where we're swearing, but I don't know if I can, man. Thought you're gonna do the Kamehameha? Yeah, I was like, Evil Ryu doesn't really do that, but you know, I felt like a really, really good yell. All right, Ettensoft is here. What's going on, Ettensoft? We'll be doing stuff with you a little bit later on. Okay, some more folks that are here. If I got to anybody, Chris Langley is here. Mad Astro Gaming, thank you all so much for being here. Alex is here. Whew. All right, sorry if I missed you in the chat. Please chat in there and let me know. And in fact, I think I need some backup because I think this person helps bring out the evil in me. I've never blown up so much on stream until this guy was here to witness me exploding. Was that still a highlight for you?
Oh, absolutely. I've still got the video there. I won't play it now because I got a copyright strike for using Sounds of Silence. So I won't do it to you, but it was too funny not to do.
Oh, that's too funny, man. What's going on, Michael B?
Oh, not much, man. You put a message out earlier, and I was just doing my NBA Jam mod, and I was like, screw it. I want to go hang out with B.
Oh, my
That's
God.
more fun.
You must be a modding god now, like modding monitors and screens and things.
Pretty much. I think I invented arcade modding at this point. I think I'm ready to take on that mantle.
Yes, yes, absolutely. Okay, well, cool. So I'm here to talk about a couple of things. My first original topic was the topic of deluxe cabinets and things I don't like about it, because as far as you know, I feel like this is going to be the new standard, right?
Yep.
Riserless cabinets, deluxe is in a smaller form factor. If they're going to keep doing this, we need to provide them some feedback on it. So have you had any of the deluxe cabs yourselves? Have you had one in person to see, feel, touch anything?
I still haven't been lucky enough to check out the deluxe cabs. As far as I know, the first of the deluxe cabs, the only ones that they've announced we're getting so far, is coming at the beginning of September. So we'll be getting Pac-Man and Class of 81 here in Canada then. So hopefully they set some up the brick. I'll get the chance to check them out.
All right, cool. So I'm curious about if this person has had his hands on any deluxe cabinets. What's up, Dubs?
Hey, what's up, man? I came on because I'm just going to sit here quietly. I want to be here live and in person when you curse somebody out. I just want to be here when it happens.
Just to be present. That's it. You're just here to witness when and if I turn into Evil Ryu. Is that right?
I want to see it, man. I want to see it.
Was it a surprise for you to see me go off a little bit? Was that out of character for?
We've all had our moments where we've cursed out somebody on air. It is what it is. No reason to make a big deal about it. But I just want to see it.
I've not done that, so I don't know what you're talking about. I did admit to possibly spending my money on hookers and blow, but I've never cursed anybody out.
Yeah. So while you're here, Dubs, just a quick question: have you had any of the deluxe cabinets yourself? Have you been able to put any of them together? Like, so you've not physically seen them? Okay.
Nope. All right, just all the fantastic coverage I've seen on YouTube from you guys.
Yeah.
Cornercade.
And
Cornercade has them all. He has them all. So if you guys have deluxe cabinets, let me know if there's any feedback about the deluxe cabinets that you have, because I think for most part, most people have been saying that these are some of the best cabinets that have been coming out for these styles. The Pac-Mans, the slanted monitors, the now HS5, the Mortal Kombat ones are the ones that we've seen, and Fast and Furious, right? So those are the models that we've seen. But there's one fundamental thing that is bugging the shit out of me for all of these cabinets, and it was in my thumbnail. So it was there. Is that it? Okay, Dubs, you can leave now. I cursed that one thing. All right, tell me what you see wrong with this picture. This is a live camera feed right now.
I already know what it is. I can't say. You guess.
Do you?
Yeah. Cornercade, we sent you a link. You better check your email, brother.
If I had to guess,
yes,
the coin door looks awfully low compared to the one on the other side.
Yeah, is it that obvious now that you're seeing it side by side to everything?
Side by side, yeah. It looks like that one is down near shin level.
Yeah. So I will stand next. Oh, you like feet, right? So
come on, man, no feet, no feet.
So, oh, look, Ash shot. Okay, I'm standing next to a standard cab, and then I'm standing here. But yeah, you're absolutely right. I think this is like the biggest oversight in the deluxe line cabinet. So now that the riser has gone, they've been centering the coin doors to that panel instead of making them kind of above where the old risers were. Mike, did you have anything to add to this? Does that bug you at all, or am I just going crazy?
Turn around your cabinet, take the back off, and take a look at where the wooden supports are.
It's going across right here. Is it? No.
Well, that's what I'm wondering. Is
it's the P panel.
Is the placement due to the fact that they're trying to avoid the support panels that go across from the two side panels?
I think you're somewhat right. So for this, but every cabinet's slightly different. But now the deluxe cabinets are two halves, right? And so right in the middle, right here, there is a P panel that goes across right here,
and then one directly under it.
No, there's just one across. Oh yeah, there's one here, and then there's one on the bottom.
By P panel, you mean the letter P.
The P panel, yes, the letter P.
How do you know what P panel and all that stuff is? You don't read the instructions. Don't be trying to act smart.
I've built enough of these to know which one is the P panel, because it makes me laugh every time I see that this is the P panel. It's the one that supports the two halves coming together. So the P panel doesn't have any of the wooden supports because it plugs in from the two screws on this side. That's how you know. But yeah, you're right. It could be because of that. But it, like, this part is hollow right above it. It could be straddling it. I don't know. I think there's a way. I think there should be a way. I don't know. But maybe you're right. Maybe it's just a logistical thing.
I think it's a logistical thing, but I agree with you. The coin door should be higher if possible.
Mm-hmm. Yes. What do I need to raise the camera for to see the top? What am I looking at? No, that's it. These are just the regular standard Marvel vs. Capcom, Mortal Kombat, regular legacies from last year, and this is a deluxe cabinet. So that's my main issue. But it's not just this cabinet. So as we get into the other deluxe cabinets, the one that I saw in person over at Evo was also the same. So it was at this height. It was low. It was like near my shin. So it's unrealistic. I've seen the Fast and Furious one as well. Same height, placement, and everything. And then the big issue in terms of the reveal, and I guess we'll talk about it now, is there are images now of Time Crisis on a public website that shows where the coin doors are at. So as another deluxe cabinet, I feel like this is a deluxe cabinet epidemic. I don't know if something could be done, but when you put it in a row of cabs, it just looks silly. I don't know if this is just a really stupid point to bring across. I don't know if other people and reviewers have talked about this much, but it's been starting to bug me. And if they're going to make this the standard, I feel like people need to say something, or can it be changed? I don't know. What do you think?
I think the coin doors and, the subsequent light up coin doors are one of the coolest things Arcade1Up have done in the last couple years. Mm-hmm. And I'm hesitant to start complaining about them because I don't want them taken away. I feel like you're trying to open Pandora's box.
Open Pandora's box. What is going on with my Ridge Racer? Oh yeah, that is going crazy. Somebody's like, "What's going on with my Ridge Racer cabinet?"
Can I ask you another question? So,
sure.
Which retailer did you get your Class 81 from? Did this come from Target, Walmart, Best Buy?
Oh, I bought it from somebody that didn't want it, so I got it from the local seller.
Oh, that's really cool. Did you get it from that local seller before they came out in stores?
Oh, not at all. Yeah, I just happened to wait until a timely sale became available and picked it up. And so, yeah. You're such an asshole, Mike. Yeah, if I'm gonna cuss out somebody, it's gonna be Mike right here on stream. Like, what the hell are you talking about, Mike? What
did you tell? Did you tell your wife that you purchased the Godzilla pinball table? I can't wait to see you guys in like 45 days.
Such an asshole. Okay, Dubs, any thoughts on the coin door issue? I mean, I'm kind of blowing this out of the water right now, but I mean, would this bug you if you had this in your lineup?
No, not really, because whenever you go to an arcade, all the arcades are different shapes and sizes, and things are kind of moved around a little bit. So actually makes every cabinet look a little more personable. So gives each cab its own personality.
I want to stand next to one and then see how realistic that placement would be.
it wouldn't stress me out too much. But you know what, B, as the leader of our community, if you are upset, then we're going to support you because you are the leader of the community. So
Oh,
we got
am
to
I?
lead.
Is that the
If
new
you
thing?
According
you're
to the
upset,
community vote, yeah.
Yes.
yeah,
All right.
according to the community vote, B, you are the
Community
man. So
votes. That's what's
whatever B
happening.
says goes. Moving forward, guys.
All right, so let's get into the next topic. I've been kind of talking about. Oh, actually, there is one other thing that I want to complain about the deluxe cabinets. So I do have something else. I feel like this is a more valid complaint. And Mike, you would appreciate this because you are now a master modder. I've heard, right? So say you wanted to mod the buttons or joysticks on your cabinet. Say the stock cabinet for this, it wasn't working out for you. How do you think you're going to access this control panel to change out this joystick?
Well, that one's a one piece, so that's the problem with it. You almost have to take the whole cabinet apart to get access to the control panel.
You have to take like one of the side panels off, right? You have to literally disassemble the cabinet.
So for the modders and for the longevity of this cabinet, this is probably another big issue down the road for Arcade1Up. Imagine somebody's button breaks or something else needs to be replaced. Arcade1Up now has to send an entire piece, and instead of just a control panel with the part in it, like to change one button is near impossible without taking the whole thing apart, which is going to be a pain in the butt. So I don't know from a design perspective if that was due to save cost or just figuring it out, but I don't know. It was a big miss in my opinion. The modder in me thinks this is a terrible design. And I think it's just for this cabinet though, for these cabinets.
For the casuals that don't own a lot of these, let's just say they maybe bought one or two and they've assembled them. We can assemble these without any instructions, right? But for those folks, when they submit those customer support tickets, they're going to get responses that begin with, "Well, dear sir, I hope you kept a copy of your instruction manual. Because you're going to have to take apart your cabinet. If not, here's a PDF version just to replace a button." You know what I mean? It's going to be pretty funny.
So since I'm a master modder, I will give some people some advice that are considering modding this. With the Pac-Man cabinets in the past, a lot of people like to switch the joystick out for the Tornado Terry. But unfortunately, there's not enough space within this control panel specifically in order to fit that fixture in there.
Is that in fact real? Can't you just
100%
take
real.
off the benefit? Oh, okay. Yeah, the other weird thing is that the control panel, even if you access this whole entire cab from the back, like you can't even just unscrew that bottom part from the back side too. Like you literally can't access any of this stuff without taking the sides off. So that's unfortunate. Like these screws right here are just to hold down the plexi that's on this one. And then I just don't know. Like I wish they would have been able to do a better design for future folks. I feel like it's okay. It's going to be okay for now. Got to calm down. But those are the two biggest issues I have with the Deluxe. These cabinets being one piece, yes, and then the Quender. So yeah, that's my other big gripe. So that's what I don't like about Deluxe cabinets. If these are going to be the standard moving forward, I feel like this is good feedback that hopefully they can fix for future things, that they still need to have control panels that are accessible and then raising up that Quender. However they make it happen, they can make it happen.
If B wants it fixed, we should all support B and demand that this be fixed.
Yes, thank you. You know, one of the things, if you're worried about the P panel being in the way, I have seen, you know, some folks, I think there was a version of a P panel that had notches or something. Like you can make a P panel fit. We can make it fit. Okay. All right. Are you guys going to hang out for the next topic, or are we going to talk about retail?
Yeah, no, I'll talk about that. I am just really disappointed in this community that no one knows what the Tornado Terry stick is. You guys call yourself arcade fans. How do you not know all the modding stuff like me? And here's the funny thing. B can attest to this. Even when I wasn't modding, I still knew all this shit because who won your survey question thing you did? Remember that?
My survey question thing.
You did a thing in the audience who had to answer first the quickest.
And it was you.
That's right. Even though I wasn't a modder. You guys need to get your game up. I'm very, very disappointed in everybody.
So disappointed. I can't wait till we're in Cleveland and we can host some more like formal game show things and we can really test your knowledge. I should do like, is Mike a modder game show and like actually test.
Oh, I actually don't know anything. I just have very minuscule amount of knowledge.
Okay. All right. See if there's anything in the chat. Is there anything in the chat worth kind of talking about? I'm sorry if I'm missing any chat questions and things here. Other Hobbit Joseph says it's super design decision. I don't know if anybody's really complained or had issues of replacing stuff, but we know at some point somebody's gonna need to replace a PCB or something. So I just think from a business perspective, I feel like it's a bad choice to have such an integral part of the cabinet be like one giant piece, right? Like, I don't know. To your point, Dubs, I don't trust people to take stuff apart and put it back together. It would be a nightmare.
Gonna be fun.
It's gonna be fun. All right, let's talk about the big thing that happened just a few hours ago. Got wind of a German website through the Arcade1Up Reddit, found something that is not supposed to be out because it's not official yet. And so I just have some quick thoughts about this, and I'd love to get your thoughts about this. So the Reddit folks posted this, said, hey, check out what I found, because there's people every day just searching and scouring the internet, typing in Time Crisis and seeing if it's available. And then this is a second post that actually links to the actual website, which at this point in time, right now, this is live. This is still live currently and public information, whether Arcade1Up wants to or not have it out there. It's out there. Now people can start seeing that there are plans to release an Arcade1Up Time Crisis Deluxe. There's the new render that we have on here. My first question is like,
do we know it's a new render? Like nothing's official till it's official. Do we know this is accurate? Like, do we know the one with the gray front's not the newest one?
Yeah, you could be right. Like, nothing is official until it's official, but these are the most pictures we've gotten for this cabinet that had box pictures, the games list. These are the pictures that as content creators, we're hoping that at some point could be shared, right? So that we can see them. So this looks fairly packaged to me. But the question I always get is like, how do people even find what Time Crisis is out there, right? So if I just Google Time Crisis Arcade1Up, right? Like, how are people finding this? Do you think people are just searching all the time for this stuff?
That's easy. Go back to the first tab. The first tab? The first tab, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So you see where it says posted by uextreme_995? That is John D right there. That is so that is how these are found.
Yes, that's the person right there. Extreme is in fact John D behind the scenes. So these are all real Arcade1Up employees. Is that the master plan here? That these are just retailer leads?
In my opinion, every time something like this pops up on Reddit, it's an Arcade1Up employee. Every time.
Every time. Even this one. Well, actually, I did find out the story about how this happened, by the way. So I was talking to Cyrus, and what happened for this photo as well as the Casino Cave photos was there was a random person that just one day showed up at the Miami office and was like, I drove 300 miles to be here and just say hello. I'm a really huge fan. And so like, oh yeah, let's do a tour. And then during the tour, he was snapping all this stuff and then eventually it got up. So if you want the leaks, yeah, you go and beg at the Miami office if you can walk around. But that's how the origin of these particular photos came about. So
now did all three of us agree that this original design, the photo we're looking at right now, wasn't their best effort? Am I right? Like Mike, did you prefer the cabinet to look like this?
I always prefer the cabinets to look as close to real as possible. And if you look at the latest render, the only really big difference, it seems to me, is the fact that the front panel now has color and graphics on it, and they have the coin door added. Everything else is pretty much the same. I don't know what the difference is between the two, other than they changed the kick plate.
Yeah, it looks like kick plate, coin door. It also looks like the pedal is changed too in the photos.
It's less plasticky.
It's a faux plastic.
Faux plastic.
Look at that. Doesn't that look metal right there in that shot, that pedal?
I wonder if it is.
Shiny. It's definitely shiny. So
shiny. It's a pretty shiny pedal.
I just want to say, in terms of like just the retailer leaks or just seeing these in general, I think my biggest gripe, and I was saying this at the very, very beginning of the stream, I interviewed Cyrus, and this was one of my main topics I told him about and asked them, like, what is going on for the company about retailer leaks, and what happens when you see something like this. So first thing he said was that it is a fire and they all have to kind of scramble to see what to do with this and, you know, send a note to the retailer. But now this is public information, right? It's been posted, you know, on Reddit. It's all over Facebook right now. I know we're talking about it now, but I would much prefer myself, you know, I really would have loved to have seen the company come out with a formal announcement about this and not have it be fizzled and sizzled by a retailer leak. So that's just my big gripe about this and why I don't like seeing this. I think there's a better way to do this than like having the community, aka John D, leak this out, which I don't think is the case. But I don't know. What do you guys think about that?
So I heard from a very reliable source that John D has this giant switchboard of buttons in his office that he can just press and then release these leaks all over the world. I don't know where I heard it from. It's a pretty reliable source, pretty big YouTuber. Anyways, that guy has this theory that John just randomly presses these buttons and leaks these cabs out to the public.
It's not buttons. It's an alt account on Reddit that John D logs in and posts these pictures.
But you said... I'm sorry, this unnamed YouTuber said that John
You're not
D has
naming
a
names.
button.
Don't name names,
I don't
Mike.
want to name names. I don't want to out people here, but this unnamed YouTuber said John D has a control deck in his office where he can press a button and a random website in Denmark will leak something.
Yeah. Turn on the Randy's Record website now for 15 minutes. Go. It's all planned, in my opinion. It's all planned. But Mike, if you want to, the number one way to deny something is true is to pretend that it's ridiculous, Mike. So I see what you're doing. Arcade1Up would never leak anything just to generate hype and press and media. And
I got a picture I want to show here, B.
Come
just
on,
1 second.
Mike. Come on.
Do you? Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, so we've known that Arcade1Up has had a few different folks at the helm of their marketing team and department. So I can't say I would have enough faith that it was really a controlled leak that way, right? They've just come from so many different places.
Wow.
Now we have to add Galaxis.ch as one of the places now to check to see, because they do have other Arcade1Up cabinets on their site too. But you know, the main website, I don't know what the retail 929. I believe this is the price because there's other cabinets here that say 710 and 690. So I'm assuming that's the price point.
Pull up Paul Minderman's comment right here.
All right.
And Mike, I'm ready to accept your apology.
All right.
Paul Minderman and I are ready to accept your apology.
The Reddit user that leaked this literally joined Reddit today, and he said, "Not a fan of Arcade1Up. You doth protest too loudly, John D." So.
Yeah,
brand new Reddit account posting this on Reddit. It's an Arcade1Up employee.
Paul,
at least this leak. At least
Paul,
this
find
leak.
this.
Okay,
Is that August 10th, 2023? Is that like what? Is that their?
That's
their
today.
Day?
That's today. That's his cake
Okay.
day. So, Paul, will you disclose to us your Reddit name? And also, I just want to show this picture really quick.
All right, let's go.
So this is the individual.
Not naming names. Not naming
names, but a certain individual.
Hey, the truth is out there. I watched a lot of X-Files growing up, man. I'm sorry. And all evidence, Paul literally just confirmed it for me. This was definitely an Arcade1Up employee screwing around on Reddit. I'm sorry.
All right, that's too funny. All right, but again, I think in general, like I was saying, talking to Cyrus and seeing that, like, I would much prefer and rather see these announced, formally, or like have a roadmap of stuff. This is going to take some of the fizzle out of this, but the community now has a little bit more confirmation. I feel like this is pretty heavy news here of the renders that are public for consumption forever. There's a new pedal design. We see some guns there as well. But yeah, I think I'm just disappointed that it didn't come from Arcade1Up, and we're seeing it through retailer leaks. So that's pretty much all I got for this. But hey, between Friday, October 11th, and Friday, November 10th and November 24th. So it looks like a November shipment date is when this is looking at.
Oh, wow.
So yeah, there's all the information that's here.
So there's actually some more news with Time Crisis this week. So before everybody gets excited and says, "Ooh, Time Crisis is here," there's some FCC filings out there that have really got the community up in arms. We don't know what's going on because you guys know Scott James on Twitter. He sends me stuff sometimes. So he sent me the FCC posting for the Time Crisis cab. Then he sent another one saying that it was turned around. So, I mean, like, here's the thing. Even though this is out there, there's pictures of the boxes and stuff like that. There's FCC stuff saying that this is now not coming out, that Arcade1Up pulled the thing back. So all I will say is wait till it's official. Nobody, go out and tell your wife, that's it, you're out of here, I'm getting Time Crisis, just yet.
Yeah, this is the FCC report that was reported, and I have no idea what this means if a grant dismissal request.
No idea either.
But yeah, I think nothing is official until it's official. But it's
Wait,
public
Mike.
now,
So you're saying that we should trust the letter? Is that what you're saying, Mike?
I don't know. I don't know what's going on
all
here,
Mike
man.
is saying is
Well, Mike, you said don't go telling
whatever
your
comes
wife
out.
you're gonna buy Time Crisis. That's what you said. As
Because
in,
I
this
don't-
letter's accurate. That
I
implies
didn't
that
say
this
that.
letter's accurate.
Yeah.
Mad Astro Gaming says it's Scott Gray, but I swear to God, I got a message from. Yes, it was Scott Gray. Sorry, Scott Gray.
Mhm.
I missed that out with P-Dubs because I sent it to P-Dubs the other day, and he's like, "Who's Scott Gray?" And I was like, "Maybe it's Scott James." No, Scott Gray.
Yeah.
That I don't know. All right, the
so
real question though, you think you're gonna get it though, Mike?
That one I haven't heard about. It's a possibility.
Mhm.
The ones that I know we're not getting, are the ones that have already been announced. So anything
Mhm.
that's not announced, I don't know if they're coming here or not.
Yeah. Is this something that you would consider getting though, now that you've seen some newer pictures and things?
Maybe. It depends, man. I'm not the biggest Time Crisis fan. I obviously played it. Like I had my Namco Gun Cons for my PlayStation 2, so I played Time Crisis. I still have them actually. Time Crisis 2 and Time Crisis 3 for my PlayStation 2, but I don't have the same arcade nostalgia for anybody else. Like, who knows? I might play it sometime and be like, man, this is badass, and pick it up, but I can't say for sure that this is something I'd go running to the store for, just because it's not a game that I love, but it is one of the top games. Like, I did a stream a little while ago and said, like, when you're planning gun games that you want to release that fans are asking for, Time Crisis would be right there at the top, right next to House of the Dead. So,
Yeah.
I think it's a popular title for them to bring out.
It's iconic. It's one of the most iconic games, plus with the gun and everything too. So we'll see. Dubs, is this something that interests you? Is this something that is on your list to pick up, or are you a wait and see that?
We still need to find out what the official price is going to be, when it's going to come out, as well as the most important thing is the emulation. Will it run the way we want it to, and be a good experience? Arcade1Up has been hit or miss, mostly miss lately when it comes to the emulation on their arcades. So,
did you like your Ridge Racer arcade?
What was that?
Did you like Ridge Racer? Did you think that was done well?
Yeah. Ridge Racer, I gave a very positive review to. So yeah,
Emulation was good, right?
Okay, Mike, do you have the cabinet behind you or something?
No, I don't, but the emulation was good, right?
Is it me, or is it every time Mike says something, it feels like there's a time crisis, like right to his right? Is it me, or is am I the only one here?
But he's naming names. He's just saying kind of like.
I feel like Mike's not telling the whole story here.
Well,
Mike knows more than what he's saying.
It's pretty commonplace. B, this is the same. Time Crisis uses the same system, arcade system that Ridge Racer does, doesn't it?
Yes, correct.
So
System
it should
22.
be in the same emulation category. So it should work just as well as Ridge Racer works.
That's a concern of yours. The hope is that, if Ridge Racer ran well, then this should run well. Same engine, same everything.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, provided it's emulated well and stuff. I mean, that's and the price tag and stuff. I mean, from an appearance point of view, if this is the final appearance, I don't know, B, if you want to put the picture up again. I mean, I'll tell you guys honestly what I think. From an appearance point of view, if this is the final design, I like it. From an appearance point of view, I think this looks actually pretty damn cool. It sucks that it's only 19 inches wide, and it really sucks that it's got a 17-inch monitor. I would have really loved to have seen a 19-inch monitor in these deluxes. 17 inches, but it's 70 inches tall, so it's gonna be skinny, but it's not gonna look horrible. Like, I think it looks cool. Like, I from an appearance point of view, I think it looks great. Would love to see them actually play the thing. Get some reviews out there, like how's the emulation, how's the sound, stuff like that. But I think it looks, guys, let us know in the live chat, what do you think? If this is the true final design, does it look cool or does it look bad? I mean, I think it looks great. Honestly,
Yeah,
this
people
final
are saying
design.
it looks really good right now. So let me just pull this up. Angela P says dismissal letter is an FCC letter to the owner for reason for terminating the process of the application that's been determined to be defective or otherwise not in conformance with the FCC rules. So great. Thanks for the technical. This could be anything, right? It could be just the part that they were testing. It could be a lot of things.
But
yeah,
the problem with a lot of us, like guys like me and B and Mike, soon to come, we have PCs with our light guns with all these games with light gun builds and stuff. So the question is for someone like me, do I want to invest? Let's just say this thing is $600 or more on this arcade with just 4 games on it. Maybe if I didn't have access to the multicades, maybe I would be very interested because I think it's a good looking product. It looks great, but
that's crazy.
It's tough, right?
You think multicades are cool? Like you should do a show on that.
I was thinking Mondays. I was thinking Mondays.
Really good idea.
But not every Monday. Like once every 3 Mondays. But tell people it's a weekly show.
He's not telling you what to do, but he's telling you what to do. Essentially, is what he's saying.
Exactly.
So.
That's what Mike is doing.
Hey, by the way, I missed the super chat, but I'm going to get back to C Marvel 360. Thanks for the $2 super chat. Says thanks for addressing the Pac-Man control panel issue. I don't think it's been talked about too often, so this is hopefully good feedback for them to see that there are people that care about that, because that could be a big deal down the line. And then I did a stream about 2 weeks ago that talked about the update to MVC2, and then somebody had been posting that there's been issues to the other game. So GVO, what's up, man? He's a great player on the cabinets. I've played him many times. But he says, I don't know, we've been playing some games. I don't know, but I've been hearing everyone having lag issues after the update. So you fix one thing on MVC2, but the rest of the cabinet games are having issues now. Any thoughts on that for testing updates? If it fixes one thing, but there's causing other issues, like what would you maybe give advice for to the community that's experiencing this? Do they need to get louder and talk about it? Because I haven't heard many people mention this.
I'm kind of used to it. I mean, every time, let's just say every time my arcade did a firmware update, there were issues. Every time At Games did a firmware update, there were issues. They would fix 5 things, then break 5 more. It's like, when you've been in this space a while, you just kind of get numb to it. Like you just kind of expect it, like they're going to fix something, but be ready. Something else broke. Like in a perfect world, you'd want it to be fully tested, fully vetted, no issues. It gets released. But hell, even major gaming studios put out patches that accidentally break something else. We're talking big gaming studios, not these tiny little arcade companies. So I'm more numb to it than the next person.
So I have a really good solution to this. If something isn't working right, submit a ticket. And then if enough people submit tickets, they might fix it.
That is probably the most... Why do you always try to make sense when you're saying what you're saying and you're not saying it the right way? Just read between the lines. Mike is saying what
just
you
read
should
between
be
the lines, guys. It's already here.
Yeah. It's already there. Okay. Well, those are the 2 main topics I really wanted to touch on. Complaining about the deluxe cabinet, going a little bit more constructive criticism in the nicest tone as I can, because it really takes a lot to get me super angry to the point where I'm saying any curse words. I don't think I'm quite there yet with anybody in the chat.
You lion's out of the cage now, B. You're just going to be mean all the time.
Any second now, he's going to pop, and I am here for it.
You are here for it.
I've got some important questions I'd like to ask you. Are they going to make a Streets of Rage or Metal Slug cab? What a dickhole question.
Well, you know what? Fuck off, Mike.
What a stupid question. Are they going to make a Streets of Rage cab? Yes, Streets of Rage, that classic arcade game where the only title in the Streets of Rage series only came out, Streets of Rage 2.
Have you ever seen him in any of the other... No. Any of the other streams that we've had, like he just randomly came out of nowhere.
I really personally feel that was an alt account, and the
man
behind it an alt account.
Oh, okay,
an alternate account, and the man behind it was none other than our very own Nostalgia. He's firmly that Nostalgia was Batman.
Oh, that would be it.
And that Nostalgia was horsing around.
Honestly, if you want to know what the ultimate troll is, the ultimate troll in the entire world, it is Nostalgia. Like we have a group chat where we talk to each other, and if Nostalgia feels he's not getting enough attention or he's awkward about the conversation, he will completely try to derail everything you're doing just to get attention. Like he is sad, he's pathetic, His life is terrible. When P-Dubs is having a bad day, I call him and say, well, at least you're not nostalgic. Here's him right up.
And that son of a bitch isn't coming with us to Cleveland.
Nope.
Look at what Corner Arcade just wrote in the live chat, B.
Oh, I know. I don't want to put any vulgar language up on the screen, so
I don't know.
That's okay. At least you still have Mrs. Cornercade, Danny. At least you do. All right, so definitely nostalgia. His Batman Christmas tree up. All right, Vessel, thank you so much for the $5 super chat. It says, just kidding, love you. I know he was trying to get me, saying, the sorriest of YouTubers, why are you so lazy with this stuff? You know, there are days where up until about 3 o'clock today, my time, I was like, do I want to do a show today? Am I really going to have something to talk about? And then I just started looking around at my arcade. And actually, the reason why I wanted to talk about coin doors in the first place was because I was excited about this. Like,
oh, you got the Retro 530 door?
I did. I got, and this stream is now sponsored by Retro 530 because I got one of these for review. I'm going to buy a bunch more. And I was like, which cabinet do I want to put this on? And I started looking around, and that's what got me like starting my angry rant about coin doors. But yeah, this is a really nice, high quality molded plastic coin door from Laramie Griffith, aka Retro 530. And you can put it on there, you can light it up, and it's a really, really nice replica. Not exactly 100%, but I think that's by design, so it's not copying it, but it's really nice. So
yeah,
do you have one too, Dubs?
No, I'm checking for something. But keep going. I'm listening.
What is that, a book bag? What are you looking for? Your lunch from earlier?
Where's
my PB&J?
I gotta grab my medicine. Calm down, Mike. Jeez. It's not like I got it's not like I got a time crisis arcade cabinet hidden in here.
I don't have time crisis.
Oh yeah, right? Pan your camera to the right. I bet there's a time crisis in there. Look, you seem to know an awful lot about this arcade, Mike.
It's just a sad Miss Pac-Man, Super Pac-Man party cake.
You notice I told him to pan it to the right, and he panned to the left.
Look, and there's my clothes drawer.
Aha! It's in the closet. I knew it.
The cat spitter on there. No, that's just the remodeled casino party cake that you just remodeled into that Pac-Man because you're a modder now, right?
Yeah. So I actually had something to say and I can't remember what it is. Oh, B, if you're ever struggling for content, I hate using that term, but if you're ever struggling for a topic, let me give you some advice. What I usually do is I take a look at what P-Dubs did a couple days before, then I just modify the title a little bit. Go live.
Put it straight out there. Yeah. That's just called inspiration, or know.
I truly love you, Mike. I love you. I needed that laugh. You're adorable.
Thanks for the super sticker. I think that's a sticker.
I agree with Console Fanboy. I think you need to make this stream portable. We need to check all of Mike B's house. There is a goddamn time crisis in that home. I know
crisis.
I know it. There's a time crisis. He seems to know an awful lot, don't you think, chat? He seems to know way more than he should about this arcade cabinet that has never officially been announced.
Yes. All right. This is a good question. Who's going to tackle who when you guys see each other in Cleveland?
It's my turn. I'm bringing the heat. I'm bringing the heat. Just like the Bears on Packers week 1. It's going to be over. Mike B's going down.
Just like that game, there's going to be a lot of love in that come together.
By the way, are any of you guys baseball? Are any of you guys baseball fans?
I like baseball.
Did you guys see the highlights from the other day? The White Sox and was it the Indians?
Guardians now.
Guardians. Yeah, the Guardians guy got into a fight.
Yeah.
And did you guys hear the announcer? The Guardians announcer. So if you were watching it on the Guardians broadcasting network or whatever, the guy actually called the fight like it was a real fight. He's like, down goes Anderson. Down goes Anderson. Have you guys seen the YouTube video?
No, I heard about the fight, but I didn't watch
hilarious.
The play-by-play. He was doing play-by-play. Like it could be a fighting game.
We're talking a normal baseball announcer who's always like, ground ball up the middle, easy throw, 1-2 throw, and he's out. We'll be right back after this commercial break. But then these guys get into a fight. And this guy sounded like a pro UFC announcer. He was all like, down, they're swinging, they're punching, down goes Anderson. It's the best. Make sure you guys go watch that.
I'll go check it out.
It's hilarious.
Whenever I watch the Guardians play, I always pretend that the announcer is actually Bob Uecker. Just a bit outside.
He just wishes he was a hockey announcer because that happens all the time. But yeah, that'd be fun. I mean, speaking of fighting game stuff, quickly, did you guys have any thoughts about Evo and all the announcements? I know you guys have probably done your shows and things, but do you follow any of the tournament stuff at all? Is that interest you? The fighting game genre? No, not a bit.
No,
not in the least bit.
Not me, man. Not me. No.
Ah.
Well, I mean,
have you played Street Fighter 6 at least? Either of you?
No, because I'm a Mortal Kombat fan. I don't play cartoon fighting games.
No,
what are you talking about? It's such a good game. It's like one of the best fighting games ever.
I can't buy everything.
Can I punch my hand through somebody's chest and rip out their heart?
Negative, but
then it's not a fighting game.
Have you seen the new Mortal Kombat fatalities? They're just like over the top, fantastic.
And it's glorious.
It's
glorious. Every single one.
I'm actually trying not to watch them. Like one of my fondest memories from being a kid was seeing those fatalities for the first time, and experiencing them. So I hate the fact that the way they're advertising this is showing all the fatalities. I'm like, what's left for me to see when I get the game? Like seriously, I don't want to see the fatalities. I want to experience them for the first time.
I just have a feeling that Street Fighter 6, all the online lobbies are going to be cut at least in half when MK1 comes out. I'm just saying.
Negative. All right. I think a lot of
people are going to be like, forget this kitty game. Forget this kitty game.
There's so many good fighting games and things that have been coming out. So Mortal Kombat 1 is coming out. Tekken 8 is coming out. Have you guys heard about Project L? Does that sound at all interesting for you at all?
I haven't heard about it. What is that?
Project L is Riot Games, the people that make League of Legends. They created a fighting game, and it's essentially this very over-stylized anime fighting game, that style artwork, and it's a 2v2 game. So you have two characters, but the unique thing is each character can be controlled by an individual player. So you can have real life two people fighting against two people. And it's not like Smash Brothers where you're all on the screen at the same time. You have to work together to tag out. So it's this really unique social fighting game concept, which is pretty cool. I think it would be a fun time to check it out. But there were 7,000 people that signed up to play Street Fighter 6. Like the most popular fighting game out there at the moment.
Well, do you know why they signed up for that? Because Mortal Kombat wasn't 11 yet.
Sucks. That's why.
No, because MK1 wasn't released yet. That's why they signed up.
Okay. There was a playable demo of MK1 though.
One problem I always have with the Capcom fighting games, like Street Fighter 6 just came out. Am I going to buy Street Fighter 6, or am I going to wait for Street Fighter 6 Ultra Championship Edition, 2 renditions down in 1 year?
Yeah, you make a good point that this Street Fighter 6 though did release more complete than any other Street Fighter, the modern one. So there have been other ones where it's like it does feel like it's missing stuff, but the single player mode, there's a whole world tour mode. You can like play single player and play an adventure and learn stuff too. So I think people have been happy with it, pretty satisfied. But I'm curious.
What do you learn? What do you learn? You're like, oh man, this is not Mortal Kombat. That's what I learned today.
Oh man, there's fighting words, man. I have 2 Mortal Kombat guys against Street Fighter. Okay, I'm gonna put a poll in the chat because
there you go.
I rarely do polls, but which is the better fighting game series? Because now you've tugged on my heart.
Yes, I'm putting my vote in right now.
Mortal Kombat.
I'm gonna log into all my alt accounts.
Street Fighter. I mean, come on, let's see it. Street Fighter, so many good things. Put in the chat.
Don't let me down, chat. Don't let me down, chat. Don't let me down.
All right.
Toxin's 100% right. They've been doing it for decades.
Yeah, that's so funny.
Don't let me
down.
So
funny.
We're
coming back. So wait for the complete version of so yeah, there are some like new DLC characters coming out, but it's pretty fun. And I think the thing about modern games too in fighting, because the comboing is very difficult to pull off, and even the Mortal Kombats, right? I don't know the new combo system for stuff. You can just do fatalities. But the modern version of controls have made it so that if you have fundamentals, classically, stop putting alt accounts, Dubs. I see you. Stop logging into your alt accounts right now.
I have no alt accounts. Actually. I'm typing something to your live chat. I'm paying
All
attention.
Right, thank you. What was I saying? I forgot. But yeah, Street Fighter 6, really good. It's really well packaged together. So I would highly recommend it. But we got 65 votes right now. 55% of the poll is saying Street Fighter. Let's see if we can get to 100 votes, and then we'll close out the stream.
Can you give it longer than 60 seconds, B? Can you give Mortal Kombat a chance? And what the hell just ran past you in the background? Was that a ghost?
We have 200 people in the live chat right now. I figure we can get to 100 votes and let people know that Street Fighter is the best fighting game series of all time. I think it's
Did you
Simple.
see? But something dressed in completely white just ran across your background, B. I thought it was a ghost. I didn't know what it was. Somebody just went, whoo.
So I've been
happened?
watching the Insidious movies, like going through the
Mhm.
whole series to get ready to watch the new one, and like that's all it is. It's like jump scares behind people's backs. So like I am
Yeah.
freaked out right now.
Did you hear that Insidious and Sinister might do a crossover? Those two series.
Oh,
And that
do you
would
think
be
Arcade1Up can get it in a cabinet?
that would be incredible. Well, not the Arcade1Up piece, but I love Sinister. I love Insidious, and the fact that they're going to cross those two over in a crossover movie, kind of like Freddy vs. Jason, is pretty exciting to me. But,
Crossover
sorry,
movies
B,
are
we're
fun.
supposed to be talking video games.
That's okay. I
Crossover-
like movies. I grew
Yeah.
up with a video store back in the day, but
Yeah.
I didn't ever do horror movies. Sorry, I'm not a horror movie fan.
Crossover movies are fun, but it's hard to really bring both storylines in and do it a pretty good job. Like Freddy versus Jason was, I think, like 12 years in development, and I was like a big nerd going on like horror rumor sites and reading like some of the scripts that never got approved for Freddy versus Jason. And Freddy versus Jason kind of sucked, but it was still like the best of the bunch on what they planned on doing. So
It had a fun ending. It had a fun ending to it.
I didn't like the ending. That's the problem. I actually like the idea. I like the concept of them tricking Jason into believing his mom wanted him to do the killings and go to Elm Street. I liked all the backstory with the medicine they took so they didn't remember their dreams, like Heather Langenkamp in Nightmare on Elm Street Part 3. Really good exposition, just terrible finish and the way they put it all together. Like the one where the girl goes, Freddy doesn't like fire and Jason doesn't like water. You're like, no shit. What a line.
Thank you so much for the $2 super chat. Jeff Walsh says that Soul Blade is the best fighting game. Sorry that didn't make the cut for the poll option, but I appreciate the $2 super chat. People are glad that Jason won. Jay's asking a great question because I grew up in that video store with the beaded curtains. It wasn't the back curtain room. I loved the restocking that section of the video store. It was a very much a pleasurable opportunity to learn more about biology. So yes, I did.
B was just looking at all the covers saying, man, people are making a lot of babies.
That's back when those types of movies came with like giant boxes that were like oversized VHS tapes too. I think the funny story I used to tell was because when I used to work the retail counter and like have to check out movies and then give it to the people and say, all right, you can return it tomorrow, but then they would just return it about like 30 minutes later and I'd be like, it's not even rewound, man. You didn't even, sorry, but got you fixed. All right.
So Alien versus Predator. Let's talk about that crossover. Was that not like two of those movies were the drizzling shits? You got to admit that.
Yeah, they
like
were.
Spoiler
they were
alert:
bad.
Aliens and Predators come together, and a woman with no combat experience bested both of them. Who the hell came up with that idea?
Those two movies. Yeah, those two movies were not good. They were not well done. And for super Predator fans like me, we just pretend those movies don't exist. We don't even watch them. So,
but the game was really good.
Oh yeah, big.
The video games are fun, but the movie itself terrible.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So to close out, we have about 9 more votes till we get 100 votes. Street Fighter's just eking it through. I want to just ask you both one last final question, which is getting back to the topic of the stream of just retailer leaks versus kind of 2 years ago when we saw a roadmap for 6 months and then we kind of were waiting, but at least we kind of knew and we didn't have to like scour every day to find out what was happening. Like Dubs, what do you prefer? Do you prefer when they used to do big announcements at CES and E3 timeframe?
Yes, I miss the CES hype, man. Like 2018, 2019, CES was incredible because not only did they announce, and even 2020, because when they announced the Legacy lines in 2020, not only did they announce the Legacy, but they also announced like 3 or 4 new titles as well. You guys remember, like January used to be awesome and exciting because we'd find out like 6, 7, 8, 9 cabs that are coming out during the year, right? And I miss that because now it's just like, hey, whenever we're ready to leak something, John, go log into Reddit, post a picture.
Log. Notice how he said log.
Log.
There was also the E3 announcements too a couple years
camera's
ago.
out
At
of
least
focus.
there was some scheduled times we would be looking at
Yeah.
releases. So what do you think, Mike? How do you feel about that?
I'm sorry, could you say that again? I was thinking about P-Dub's log.
How do you feel about Arcade1Up, retailer leaks versus them doing roadmaps during CES or E3 when they kind of share 6 months worth of cabs coming out?
Again, I am at the opposite end of the spectrum with P-Dubs on the retailer leaks. I really don't believe that this is intentional. I don't think that it benefits them at all.
Maybe
P-Dubs
not
thinks
all of them, Mike. Not all of them, but
like
90% of them. 90% of them are controlled leaks.
I don't think all of them are. I think Arcade1Up have used leaks to their advantage in the past, possibly.
There it is.
But I don't think that putting this up on a German or Denmark site really
That's what they
benefits
always
them.
do. That's what they always do. Come on.
But no other business works this way. No one's like, oh man, we could throw this up
This is
on the
Arcade1Up,
Denmark
like,
site,
there's
and then
like
the
no other
YouTubers with
business.
like 5,000 subscribers will make videos. We're gonna sell a bunch.
They're like no other business, Mike. They're Arcade1Up. There's no other business like Arcade1Up.
I don't think it's intentional, and I do think it does create problems for them
100%.
because they have scheduled plans on how they're going to do stuff, agreements with retailers, different things like that, and I think it might create some problems. Actually, more problems than it does benefit.
Yeah, this is the big question. How does someone randomly find a
That's a
German
good
retailer
question.
image?
And not only did they randomly find a German retailer image, it also happened to be the same day they joined Reddit Bee. It was what a lucky
maybe they
day
didn't
for
want to
that
know
individual.
like which source they came from and for an existing person. So you never know.
Why would a normal average Joe care that it's their Reddit account that they post that?
Extreme 99 cares. Extreme 99.
See? You know what? I believe in Paul Minderman in the live chat. Paul Minderman. That's right.
Are you on a German site looking for leaks? Is anyone? I think there's some people that are Googling stuff all the time for sure. So
I am on German sites, but I'm not looking for that kind of leak on the German site.
All right, Con L01. Thanks so much for the $5 super chat. Fun fact: Alien versus Predator is canon to the Predator universe, but not to the Alien universe.
That's wild.
That I didn't know.
That is 100%.
Thank you so much for the $5 super chat. That is a fun fact.
I love his little profile pic. Can you put that back up with him dressed like Superman?
Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome, dude.
Superman. Awesome. Thank you.
Awesome pic.
All right. Reddit is our advertising firm. So yes, that's where they officially are going to make these announcements. And guess what? 107 votes have been made for which is the best fighting game series.
And how did it end?
And it ended with 55% of the votes saying Street Fighter and 45% of the votes saying Mortal Kombat. So yes, suck it, Mortal Kombat. You are not as good.
B, did you do any statistic courses when you were in school? Like, do you know how it works? Like, that information and polls and that stuff is only valuable if it's good info. Like garbage info, garbage results. So I don't know if a stream hosted by a big Capcom fanboy would yield the best results. In fact, I think a stream hosted by a huge Capcom fanboy that only got 55% towards Street Fighter speaks volumes compared to your actual poll results.
You just
Mike, I actually agree with you.
Super trash. So, I mean, that's what I took from what you just said. So, you're not trash, live chat. You guys actually did vote. The 55% of you agree with me that Street Fighter is a better series. It's fact. It's right. YouTube fact at this point. So
yeah, or 55% hit the wrong button on their phone. Shit happens, Mike.
I don't think you can change your vote after you made it. Like so many.
Yeah, you get it, they got locked in and they said, "Oh man, now I'm stuck."
They're like, rigged. It's rigged. I mean, you guys don't care that much about it. Thanks so much for the $5 super chat, Kevin Clausen. You guys are amazing, but nothing is as amazing as this super chat from Kevin. Thank you again so much for the support. Appreciate that.
Oh, there's a comment there for Big Reese that I want everybody to see.
Michael B, if you look hard enough, the German sites, you might find a movie I was in 2003.
Not just YouTube famous, and I'm going on a very dark incognito search tonight.
That's too funny. I don't want to know, but I'm curious. Does it have the words "glory" in the title? That would be fun.
It's just Nostalgia, the musical.
Nostalgia, the music. All right, we've been talking over for an hour on random topics regarding
you know
your
how
deluxe.
Nostalgia's life is sad, Mike? He posted
No.
a video today on a review for an air fryer.
Did he? No lie.
That's how you know it's ending.
Guys,
He
please
reviewed
buy
an
this air fryer.
Please
Chicken
buy-
nuggies make the sads go away.
Mhm.
He did an air fryer video.
So check out our good friend Nostalgia. We're getting some live promotion for his latest video. You can support. Get him to Cleveland is what we're gonna do. We're gonna
Now
we're gonna
100% an air fryer
Yeah.
channel. Nostalgia.
do air fryer channel for sure.
Check out what you can do with your air fryer in 2024.
It's so bad.
Console
Basically-
fanboy for the $4.99 super chat. Mike makes a great point. For the Capcom channel to only get 55%, that's bad. Thank you, Mike. Statistics are statistics, and whether you win by an inch or you win by a mile, winning's winning. I just watched Fast and Furious again last night. It was awesome. It was great.
I live my life 1/4 pounder at a time.
It's such a good movie. I watched it again last night because it just came to Netflix. I was like, such good feels.
You know, I don't like that movie. I went on a date.
It's so
It
good.
was
What
a
did you
bad
like
date.
about it? It's
Well,
so
actually,
good.
she's a nice girl. It's just there wasn't anything there, and she was like, "That movie was awesome," and I was like, "I'm just gonna keep living my life."
It was great. It brought me back to 2001. Can't believe that movie's that old. But okay, we've been going for an hour. We talked about stuff I didn't like about deluxe cabinets. We got some feedback about the retailer leaks. I'll have you guys just say any final thoughts, Mike.
Yeah. So, final thoughts. Again, guys, we don't know if this is the final version of this, if this is what it's going to look like. If it is, I think it looks pretty cool. I mean, obviously the front has changed. It's not super arcade accurate, but it's colorful, man. It's got that coin door a little bit lower than B would like, of course, but you know, B's not hanging low, so he doesn't know what it's like. Anyways, check out Time Crisis. And
I know
also,
an awful lot about this arcade, Mike. You seem to know
do
an
me
awful
a
lot.
personal favor. Check out my friend Cool Toy. He's doing a bunch of videos on these emulation boxes now. A wealth of information. Go check out Cool Toy. Give him a subscribe and tell him Michael B. the Game Genie sent you.
Very nice. All right, Dubs. Any kind of last thoughts?
Unlike Mike, until Nostalgia, actually, you know what? I'm going to be nice to Nostalgia, Mike. Unlike you, I'm going to be nice to.
Well, he needs someone to be nice to him. He released an air
Steve,
fryer video today.
I love you, but I love you, buddy, and I loved your review of that air fryer today. It was fantastic. Also, final thoughts. I think from an appearance point of view, I think this Time Crisis arcade looks pretty cool. Can't wait to hear more about it, but you know, we still got to find out price and how well do the games play and the guns and all that kinds of stuff. So I'm not going to jump out of my seat yet, but definite improvement in my opinion from what they originally had planned. So there you go. Also, my good friend Cool Toy is doing reviews on all these Amazon boxes on his channel. Some of these boxes even have 100,000 games on them, guys. Make sure you guys go check them out. Hit the subscribe button and tell him P-Dub sent you.
Go check out Cool Toy for sure. Okay, so final thoughts for me. The shit is too low. I'm just gonna say
That was great.
that's it. And if this is the standard for deluxe cabinets moving forward, I don't know how I can mod these to make these better because there's going to be some freaking holes in the machine. So I mean, this is just too low to have. If you look at the new Time Crisis cabinet, look at how low this is. Like, that's by your shin. That's barely above your foot. It's got to be the same for these new cabinets. There needs to be some sort of deluxe epidemic happening where they can fix this. So I'm hopeful that they can do it. It's just my complaint to be able to see. Maybe it's just me being super anal, but that's my feedback for today's show. Hope you guys enjoyed it.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Slow down your tone. It's all wrong. So anyways, just go back a minute. You're talking about this being low. Where are the coin doors on real arcades? Where do they sit?
Not at
in
your
reference?
shins.
What?
Not at your shins. Not that low.
No,
It's
but
like
this is, yes, not at your shins, not that low, but this is a 3/4 scale arcade. Pull up a picture of a real arcade and judge where the coin door is, and then look at it in scale.
all right. We're gonna do this right now. Time Crisis Arcade. Okay, what can we find here to compare? You think I'm that off base off of this? This is just
No,
me?
I'm just wondering if it's a scale thing.
Let's put this over here. Okay. Okay, so that is kind of a replica of ish the real one, right? They kind of see they're higher. It's higher. Yes?
Yeah, I don't really know.
You don't know? This is all a moot point anyways.
Yeah. Well, that one has two
it's
coin
better
doors.
than this one. All right, that's
Yeah,
for
a lot
sure,
better.
right? But if it was just at this top area right here instead of down here, like it's centered.
Where is it
That's
at
like-
on the new one? Oh, it is down a little.
So, if we don't gotta leave yet, you know what we should do for fun? Have you ever watched
Mm-hmm.
one of these live reaction videos where people watch videos and then give their live reactions to how it's done? Let's
Mm-hmm.
pull up Nostalgia's air fryer review and give it a live reaction.
Are you serious? You can pull it up. Okay, it's not like I have to go or anything. All right, Nostalgia.
Yeah,
Are you serious? There's an air fryer video? I haven't looked at it.
I put it in the private chat link here.
Okay. Oh my goodness.
When you click on share screen, make sure you play the audio.
He was so proud
Okay.
too. He's like, "You guys are gonna be so proud of me. I actually got a video posted for YouTube."
Okay. Yeah.
He's going to
no,
be
you're right.
reviewing various ropes next, Michael B. Just
Okay,
various
here we go. We're gonna get a copyright strike right now. Here it is. Nostalgia's
like-
no name
It's
Amazon
nope.
air fryer.
This is a reaction video like this is 100% fair use. He can't copy.
Fair use.
Okay,
It's fair use
there it is.
because we are.
What
altering
is
the
going
original
on?
content.
Thank you for clicking on the video. I recently picked up something I've been interested in grabbing for a little while. This is the 12-liter air fryer oven with rotisserie function. Now, this is more of a generic product as it doesn't have any real branding on it, but it does have a bunch of accessories and features out of the box.
No fishy
which
taste.
made me want to pick it up. The air fryer circulates super
High
hot air,
quality.
360 degrees
Where's the
around your
can?
food. And it's going to give your food an even cook, as well as giving it a nice crisp without all the need of oil and a conventional deep fryer. Its 13-quart or 12-liter capacity gives you a ton of cooking space. You can easily fit a whole chicken, which makes it perfect for
minute.
family meals or
Oh,
holiday
look, there's an
dinners.
Atkins Legends in the
What's
background.
cool is that it's not just an air fryer either. You can bake, broil, toast, warm, and the oven even has a rotisserie function. It has
Is it gonna
9
say how
built-in
much value there is?
presets and 3 extra functions, which makes this appliance really versatile and easy to use.
Why does he
Now,
have?
as I
porno
mentioned
music
earlier,
on in
the air fryer
background?
comes with pretty well everything you need right out of the box. You get a whack load of accessories, including 2 mesh
Whack load!
racks, some skewers and skewer
You get a
racks, a
whack load.
rotisserie shaft, square basket, and a
Shaft.
few other cool things that help keep this device simple and straightforward. Another thing that I really liked about this specific air fryer is the design itself. Overall, it looks very sharp and modern, and I found that it fit in well with the rest of my kitchen decor. The stainless steel door blended well with the other appliances in the kitchen, which is nice because the appliance is likely going to stay on the
It looks
counter.
like some CD.
The beveled
work.
LED display is easy to read, and the see-through window lets you see what you're cooking without having to open the door. It's made with PFOA-free and BPA-free material, which is great, and it also offers overheat protection with automatic shutoff, so you don't have to worry about any sort of major accidents. So if you're in the market for a versatile, convenient, and healthy cooking solution, this air fryer oven may be a great choice for you. But that's pretty much all I've got for you guys in this video. Thank you so very much for watching, and I'll speak to you guys again real soon.
All right,
I
make
love
sure you
Nostalgia.
give that
Check
a
out
like.
nostalgia promos.
Yeah, Nostalgia Promos. If you haven't checked it out, please give him a like and comment that we sent him your way to be able to support.
You know
our
what
I
man.
love
The thing is-
him so much. I love him
You know
so
what my favorite thing is?
Yeah,
People look at our videos and they're like, "You spoke positively about Arcade1Up. You're a shill." Then you watch that.
Tell me I'm wrong. Did he not shill the holy shit out of that air fryer? That is like the greatest air fryer ever.
Hey! It's functional. Hashtag it's functional.
The one thing I thought was missing from a Nostalgia video was he didn't really talk about whether or not he could get retro arc on
He's
it.
great.
Mm,
It was
mm.
he couldn't
Put
get
it in my
retro arc on it. It was a
Exactly.
fantastic job. Fantastic job by Restart.
Right.
Like he
Mod
puts,
videos. Look,
point
he's gonna
is-
get some affiliate money right now. Super Sim is
There
in.
you go.
He's in. I'm in the market for an air fryer. So yeah.
The point is,
did you see any food? Did he actually eat anything?
Nostalgia can't afford food.
the fact that he puts his heart and soul into every video he makes. It's such a great review for an air fryer. But when you hear Nostalgia and you're so used to him talking about, and we're going to mod the PlayStation Classic in 2023, and all of a sudden he's talking about an air fryer, and we can get it comes with a whole whack load of accessories.
Did you see that? It's the weirdest thing in the world. There's a window in the front, almost like no cooking device before has ever had.
You can see what's inside. I love him so much. I love Nostalgia.
No anti-fatigue mat in schools.
wish he
When
was
was the last
watching
time we
this.
saw? Just bringing it back, I just realized this. When's the last time we saw a stool packaged with a cabinet?
We don't need that anymore. Didn't we all complain about that? It
Getting
was adding
stool?
an extra $100 to the cost.
Yeah,
That's not really what happened. They didn't add the extra $100 for the stool. The stool was actually always thrown
Added
in to
value,
justify
right?
the big price.
yeah.
Last one they officially did with a stool might have
Ron?
been KI Pro.
KI Pro came with one,
Yeah.
with the backing one. Yeah,
Yeah.
but like 3/4 scale, I think it was Tron. It's crazy because I'm sitting on my big blue one. All right, let's put a pin in it. We're getting close to your magical hour and 18-minute mark.
Yeah, no
Very,
longer
very
than that.
close.
Well,
Can't get
no.
close to that. Thank you both for joining in last minute and hopping on. It's been a pleasure. Hope you guys
Yeah.
check out our good buddy Cool Toy for those emulation videos. Check out Nostalgia as well. He now needs the support. Click on that affiliate
Really
link.
needs
Even
the
if you
help.
don't buy anything, click the affiliate link and then buy something else that you need. He still gets a little bit of money that
Guys,
way too.
Nostalgia is not doing well. Please go check out his videos. He needs it.
Please.
Needs your support,
Make
guys.
sure you subscribe and click the thumbs up.
Yeah.
And in the comments, write him a comment and tell him Pete upset you.
All right, thanks, guys.
Okay, really quickly before you go, everybody put a 1 in the chat if you think that from now on, instead of covering arcades, we should just do live Nostalgia video reactions.
Reaction videos?
Yeah.
I'm gonna change my next level shows to Nostalgia Live.
Not just Nostalgia, but like every other video out there.
Mhm.
From Nostalgia, talking about
From
different.
Nostalgia.
He's also, if you check it out, he's got a great video on these cod liver oil pills, and in the thumbnail it just says no fishy taste.
I remember that.
This is really interesting. I'm probably gonna want to see reaction videos. to that.
Yeah.
So Super
I don't
Sim
know
is
if
in
my heart
front.
can take it.
Dude, I mean, I gotta respect the hustle though. When he tells me how much Amazon affiliate money that guy makes per month, I would show the shit out of that air fryer as well.
That's
too.
why I
we
always
could
laugh.
be making fun of him, but he has definitely the last laugh. out of all of it.
That's why I
Oh,
always laugh
he
because
gets paid a lot to make those. He gets paid a
Yeah.
lot. So,
yeah. So I'll post something. I'll just say randomly, I like this. And the first comment every single time I post something or talk about something on Facebook is Nostalgia. He's like, shill. I'm like,
Shill.
you're King Shill, dude, from Shillville. What are you talking about?
Yeah.
If you're gonna show, at least make a lot of money off of it.
Now
for
you
your
can
domain
respond
air
to him and
fryer.
say, yeah, but have you heard about that air fryer?
That's
Yeah.
right.
Yeah, air fryers versus wallets, man. Is there nothing you guys won't do? Probably not. If the price is
wallet.
right, is the price? Has there any? Have you refused any show deal?
Tons.
Yeah.
Tons. Yeah. It's got to make
Me?
sense. Something I like.
Mhm.
Yeah. I get a lot of emails for weird, especially lately. I've been getting emails for like cell phones. Like people want me to review cell phones, and I tell these companies, I'm like,
Yeah.
I'm not a cell phone channel. I'm like, I don't care if it potentially could get views. I don't think anyone's gonna watch it. You know?
Nostalgia. Look at these
Yeah.
Nostalgia. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm not talking about his money. I'm talking about his affiliate money. That bastard makes a lot of
Yeah.
affiliate
So
money.
I had a deal recently where this company reached out to me for these what is it? Virtual reality product.
Mhm.
And what soured the deal? I was like, yeah, just send me the product. And they were like, no, we also want you to make 5 videos that are tailored to our product where you describe them, and we're going to pay you $200 for 5 videos. And then they were like, we're going to review the videos. And I was like, oh gosh, you just said everything wrong. Like, if you wanted to send me the product and just have me review it, I'll do that. But if you're going to be reviewing my videos and you want multiple and you're only going to pay me $200, I'm sorry. Like, go ask somebody else. Like, that was it for me. I was just like, I'm done. No thanks.
Jason, a little alien with a $10 super chat. Thanks so much for that big super chat. You didn't have to do that. I'm using that book out of Mike B's line. You don't have to, but I appreciate it. Where's that pinball button? I gotta trust that
pinball money.
Pinball money. I had a last minute date night. Sorry I missed you all folks tonight. I'll catch the replay. Appreciate that. If you do catch us on a replay, let me know if you have any other angry thoughts about the Arcade1Up Deluxe cabinets. I've been appreciating everybody's feedback tonight. You have a question here from Baked Beans. He says, we're past Time Crisis. Do we feel it might be an Android-based cab? I'd have to ask Mystery Encoder what the Ridge Racer cab was. I'm not quite sure which chipset it was on. I don't think it was an Android cab. I think the Android cabs are like Simpsons was an Android cab, but I'm not sure which other ones were.
Yeah, not all the Arcade1Ups are Android cabs.
Correct. Yeah.
So not all of them can be soft modded easily. So
all right.
Do any of them have what's it called now? What's that program I mentioned earlier? I can't remember it. I ruined the joke. The one I said that couldn't go on the air fryer, he didn't discuss.
It couldn't go what?
What's the emulation program Nostalgia loves?
Oh,
RetroArch.
RetroArch.
Yeah.
Do any of the Arcade1Ups have RetroArch?
No.
Not yet.
Not yet. Not yet. All right, I'm going to pull the plug. Thank you guys so much for joining. Appreciate you guys. And Mike, you're finally here on the next level. You're a future modder now.
I'm not a future modder. I am modding. I am modding.
Go to Mike's channel and tell him he's a modding god. Tell him that B sent you. Man, that exit is so